Doja. I'm a fan of Doja Cat. I'm not a huge fan, but I love her creativity. And she has some fire songs. We about to watch this crazy transformation from Doja Cat. How she went from a silly little good girl to a dark pop star. Yeah, man, this should be a fire video. Shout out to the gang. Let's go. What's good? Dark Knight gang. I'm Neptune. Alright, bro, look. Today I'm about to react to a video from the homie Patrick CC. This one right here is titled The Horrifying Transformation of Doja Cat. Yeah, man, this should be a good video. I want to watch this. We've all seen the transformation. I mean, it depends. It depends. Me, I'm not a Doja Cat fan. I like some of her music, but I don't follow her closely. However, I will say this. Ever since she made the transformation to her darker image that she is now, I follow her on Instagram and everything. I listened to her last album. Her last album was actually pretty good. She had a few songs on there that were slapping, bro. Doja, she's really good. She's very creative, very artistic. She low-key fire. Anyway, I'm ready to watch this video by Patrick CC. We're going to see this horrifying transformation. Like I said, me personally, it made me become a fan of Doja Cat, seeing her do this transformation. Before, she was straight. You know, she had some good songs. But now, after the transformation, I was like, oh yeah, she is fire. You know what I mean?
Kissing it off the cutters, whether they like it or not. I wanna show you off. I wanna show you off. I wanna brag about it. I wanna try to not. I wanna show you off. I wanna show you off. I wanna show you. Yeah. That song is so fire. Anyway, let's watch this video. Shout out to the gang. Let's go.
Doja Cat has evolved from a bubbly pink pop princess to an edgy, dark, and honestly confusing artist. Now, celebrities as famous as Doja Cat are held to standards that are near impossible to meet. But what happens when a celebrity just gives up, disregards all societal standards, and starts acting in a way where you have no idea if what you are looking at is real or fake? We have to acknowledge from the beginning that
You want me to tell y'all something real quick? Something that I know. Doja Cat is tapped in, nigga. Doja Cat is tapped in. That's all I gotta say. Doja's on the same path that I'm on. That's all I gotta say.
Everything in Doja Cat's career
She
could
tapped
be
in, boy.
marketing stunt, or we could actually be witnessing someone descending into madness.
Nah.
Doja Cat's superpower is that she knows the internet very well. She knows what type of humor the internet will gravitate to. She knows what will cause controversy, and she has continuously exploited that throughout her career. She obtained this knowledge by being essentially raised by the internet. I definitely didn't like to leave my room. I don't know if I was agoraphobic, but I definitely thought that I was at the time. It was very, very hard for me to go outside. According to Doja, she would skip school for days at a time, spending endless hours in various online chat rooms. She claims that she was often a victim of online bullying, but this allowed her to develop a thick skin and join in on the fun through her own offensive rhetoric. So I became the person who would often make offensive jokes and do things sort of out of the box. From the slapstick comedy of E-Bomb's world to the hyperconnectivity of MySpace, as well as the edgy, politically incorrect depths of 4chan, Doja developed a fascination with internet culture. But this time in her life would later come back to haunt her. I was very into finding underground artists that rapped. It was maybe around 11th grade that I figured that this is what I really wanted to do. Performing in music was all I ever cared about. She eventually dropped out of school at 16 and spent all of her free time making music and sharing it online. Her track So High was uploaded November of 2012, which would eventually change her life. The only time Doja would leave her house was to network with other musicians in the underground LA scene. Verby S, a rapper, promoter, and radio host in LA, helped book Doja's first ever show at an event he founded dubbed the Banana Showcase.
You like your highness? Why you always buying that flash? Why you gotta check them tyrants? And why you shut it down like hydrants?
Although most of you know Doja as a pop star, she was initially trying to be a rapper. When they were developing her, I was like a live performance coach and rap coach, Verbies recalled. I would play her hella hip-hop videos and we'd freestyle. She was phenomenal. She didn't really need me, but I just happened to be there. Eddie Beats was a producer that heard So High and was blown away. He connected Doja with industry executives, resulting in Doja signing with Kimosabe Records, an imprint of RCA Records founded by record producer and songwriter Dr. Luke while she was just 17 years old. This deal also came with a temporary artist management partnership with Roc Nation. Through Kimosabe, Doja released her debut EP, Her, with the track So High being re-released as her solo commercial debut single. It seemed like Doja was about to explode into the mainstream, but signing with Dr. Luke was a mistake she could have never foreseen. In 2014, Dr. Luke gained widespread media attention after Kesha filed a lawsuit against him. She accused Dr. Luke of sexual, physical, and emotional abuse over the course of several years, starting when she was 18. But is it a stretch to assume that Dr. Luke was more focused on fighting this lawsuit than helping his new signee with her career? Because Doja took a 3.5...
I mean, that's safe to assume. Obviously, if old boy is about to get sued, he got to focus on that, you know what I'm saying, instead of developing his new artist. So, yeah, it makes all the sense in the world. I didn't know Doja Cat been grinding ever since she was a teenager. They said that she got started at like 16, 17, something like that. That makes sense. That's why she's so good. She been doing this for a while. It makes sense.
Doja took a 3.5-year break from releasing music. In the music industry, they call this being shelved, which is when a label signs you, holds you in a contract, but doesn't do anything to help your career, metaphorically putting you on a shelf to collect dust.
Yeah.
She kept money rolling in by doing whatever live performances possible, like doing a mini tour with the Felius London in 2015, as well as a short tour with Lizzo in 2017. Doja even turned down a feature on Billie Eilish's 2017 hit single, Bellyache. Fans would see Doja often on Periscope Live cooking up songs in her bedroom, but she had no intentions on releasing them until 2018. Her comeback in 2018 involved her ditching the rapper career path and aesthetic. She instead followed the typical pop star formula of selling sex through music. She debuted tracks like Roll With Us, Go to Town, and Candy, along.
So that's why she took the 3-year break, bro. She took the 3-year break to develop her pop star persona. That's why she took the 3-year break. That makes sense. She was shelved, I guess, but also at the same time, she wanted to develop into a pop star because she knew this is what's going to make me money. How much you want to bet? I bet you that was her thinking behind it.
Along with her 13-track album, Amala. But a lot of these songs fell on deaf ears. Kimosabe Records didn't do any marketing for her, didn't get her interviews, nor were they putting her on major festivals. She was watching her career fly by and reached a moment where she had nothing left to lose. One night on an Instagram Live with her core group of 60 fans watching, she made a masterpiece meme that would change her life. Producer Troy Noka sent her a sample of Wes Montgomery's Polka Dots and Moonbeams, asking her to make a beat for his album. At the time, she just received a cow costume in the mail. Doja hopped on Instagram Live and began writing Mooo with her fans. 6 hours later, Doja and her fans wrote a song about her being a cow. But the silly song needed a silly music video. I opened up Photo Booth on my laptop and used the green screen feature with a green sheet that I hadn't used since I was 12, that was buried in the depths of my closet. I tacked it to a wall with a hammer, right over my mirror, and used some LED Christmas lights to light everything. The crappy lighting and terrible quality green screen, combined with a song that is intentionally bad, was the perfect thing to release in summer of 2018.
I remember this.
At the peak of the Lil Pump, Bad Baby, Lil Xan, Boom Gang, Woah Vicky, Supreme Patty, Lil Tay, Instagram clout wave. Doja Cat's Mooo music video fit right in this universe because people thought she was just a new quirky YouTuber who had a green screen and got bored. The music video for Mooo garnered over 5 million views in 2 weeks and went extremely viral on every social media platform. But when people looked deeper, they realized she was an extremely talented pop artist with a record deal who had an entire album she just released a few months ago. Most people who go viral are not ready for a full-blown music career. Doja was more prepared than ever, and she was able to immediately capitalize on it. But first, she had to make some apologies. Some of her old tweets resurfaced of her using the F slur, to which she immediately responded by admitting she has used the word over 15,000 times in her life, then saying, "I don't think I hate gay people. Gay is okay." Obviously, this didn't go over well, and she issued a more formal apology the next day. This had no impact on her career and momentum.
God, man, people are so sensitive nowadays.
but it would not be
I'm
the
not
last time
apologizing
she would
for
have to
nothing.
apologize for her past. Now that she went viral on her own, her
I ain't
label
apologizing
decided
for
to support
nothing. Suck my
her. She embarked
dick.
on a 23-city tour 1 month later and was finally getting interviews from Billboard, Genius, and Vlad TV. She rolled out a big single alongside Rico Nasty called Tia Tamara, which maintained a
Oh, I
lighthearted
remember
and fun
that.
approach to her music.
Yeah.
Doja understood that fans loved the satire and goofiness of Mooo, but she ultimately wanted to be taken seriously as a musician.
Yeah,
A lot of artists that
I
blow
feel
up off
you.
memes have a hard time being taken seriously, but the music industry was craving more female talent, and Doja was ready to fill that niche. Her debut single, Juicy, alongside Tyga, debuted at number 83 on the Hot 100, her first entry on the charts. It would eventually peak at number 43 due to various TikTok trends associated with the track. Her second studio album, Hot Pink, was an overtly girly, bubbly, sexy record that complemented her fun energy while still remaining professional. Say So wasn't rolled out as a single, but sparked a dance trend on TikTok. All the
Why
biggest
don't you
influencers
say
like Charli
so?
D'Amelio and James Charles helped skyrocket this song. The popularity prompted a remix featuring Nicki Minaj. As it gained steam, she tweeted, "If Say So hits number 1, I'll show you guys my boobs really hard." This
Oh,
tweet made
yeah.
headlines,
She's so
some
smart.
making fun of her desperation to go number.
That was a genius marketing technique from her. To say that was so smart from Doja.
Tweeted, "If Say So hits number 1, I'll show you guys my boobs really hard." This tweet made headlines, some making fun of her desperation to go number 1, but then it worked. Say So
course.
peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and achieved a Guinness World Record for the first female rap duo to reach number 1 on the US singles chart.
I just realized I have to show my boobs real hard. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I did play you. I'm not showing my boobs real hard, man.
You should have showed them.
You got fucking played.
People online were furious that she broke her promise. She's messing with the simps. Simps will overpower her and eventually expose something bad about
That's
her.
hilarious.
This commenter couldn't have been more right. A few days later, a Twitter user
shit.
resurfaced an old video of Doja in what they claimed was an alt-right chat room. On a website called Tiny Chat, Doja is seen wiggling and writhing while making sexual noises and advances towards other people in the chat before dropping the hard R.
Her shirt reminds me of a baby.
This was Doja's response.
In this video, I'm being completely blackout drunk and completely dumb.
In regards to people being racist
I believe
in the
it.
chat room, this was her response.
You know what I do understand is that there is racism that happens across Tiny Chat. And there is racism that happens across Instagram. There's racism that happens across Twitter.
Facts.
This happens everywhere.
Yeah.
It just happens more on Tiny Chat because it's not as monitored. When you see racist on Tiny Chat, it's because people aren't paying attention. I've seen it, and I know that I've been targeted by it, but the narrative that it's a white supremacist chat is completely incorrect.
But it didn't stop there. Fans also discovered a 2015 song Doja recorded called Didn't Do Nuffin. Didn't Do Nuffin is a racist term that originated on POL, which is an abbreviation for politically incorrect.
Hey, this
Anonymous
racist.
board on 4chan dedicated to current events and
No, I'm
political
kidding.
discussion. This board has a reputation as a breeding ground for fringe beliefs and unapologetically grotesque takes. The term Didn't Do Nuffin is derived from the phrase didn't do nothing, a plea of innocence often
Oh,
used in reference
damn.
to unarmed black men killed by police.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. Oh, I'm dead. That's kind of funny though. God damn, you gotta learn how to take a joke. Everybody's so sensitive nowadays. Doja Cat looks like she's biracial, bro. She looks like she has 50% black in her and 50% white. Let's keep it a stack. I doubt she's racist. But hey, when you're a teenager, let's keep it a stack, nigga. Who didn't say racist things to their friends? I would always say racist to my friends, bro. All the time. Nigga, I still do it to this day. If I get cool, like I got this one Mexican homie. We say racist stuff to each other all the time. That's just, man, niggas is too soft.
The term was used to mock and criticize the black community during the Black Lives Matter protests. Hashtags like Doja Cat is over party and only clans began trending on Twitter. People believe that the chat room video and controversial song indicated a pattern of Doja's racist behavior. Not long after these conversations started, Doja issued a formal apology
God
where she
damn.
acknowledged her involvement in the chat rooms, but also debunked the narrative that she's anti-black.
That's what
she
I'm
also
saying.
jumped on an Instagram Live for 30 minutes where she gave a concise explanation.
When I used it, it was because I was in chat rooms all the time, and I was kind of locked away, and I was always on there just
It would have been hilarious if she was over here and at the end she was like, "Look, man, I didn't do nothing."
dealing with people coming at me left and right, talking about different slanderous terms after another. The term that I use in the song
You should have said it, baby
is
girl.
one that I learned that day.
You should have said that shit.
People were calling me it left and right, and I
didn't
used
do
it in
nothing.
a song. And it was to kind of take back and just say thank you to those people.
But again, this would not be the last time Doja's internet past would come back to haunt her. Fortunately for Doja, her ever-growing list of accomplishments shine bright over any controversy she endured. Although her hot...
Women, bro. My girl texting me. She got a little attitude right now. I tell you, nigga. That's how you handle attitude with your girl. You just don't even say nothing. Ignore her. You know what I mean? Show her that shit don't faze me. You got an attitude, girl. I don't care. Fix your attitude before you talk to me. You're not even going to get a response.
But again, this would not be the last time Doja's internet past would come back to haunt her. Fortunately for Doja, her ever-growing list of accomplishments shine bright over any controversy she endured. Although her Hot Pink tour was postponed, she performed at the 2020 MTV Music Awards where she won the award for Best New Artist. Following performances on both The Tonight Show and Jimmy Kimmel Live, her feature on the album track Motive from Ariana Grande's 2020 album Positions peaked at number 32 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, becoming both her highest debut and second ever top 40 entry. Later that year, Doja performed at the 2020 MTV Europe Music Awards, where she won the award for Best New Act. She went on to win the New Artist of 2020 and New Artist of the Year at the 46th People's Choice Awards and the 2020 American Music Awards, respectively. Billboard ranked Doja Cat number 5 on both the Top New Artist of 2020 and Top Female Artist of 2020 charts. She ranked atop Rolling Stone's list of the 10 biggest breakthrough artists of 2020, following a 300% increase in her on-demand audio streams in the US. Forbes also named Doja one of the top breakout stars of 2020, while including her on the annual 30 Under 30 list. She was also nominated for 3 different awards at the 63rd Annual Grammys. In 2021, she continued to absolutely dominate. She toned down the bright, colorful costumes and pink-dyed hair for a muted, mature aesthetic. She released several hits, including Best Friend featuring Saweetie, 34 plus 35 with Megan Thee Stallion and Ariana Grande, as well as Streets, all of which peaked within the top 20 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. In the spring of 2021, Doja released Kiss Me More featuring SZA. This collaboration reached top 5 in 18 different countries, received critical acclaim, and captured Doja her first Grammy for Best Pop Duo/Group Performance. But with all the success, she claims she didn't enjoy it.
Look at... I didn't know SZA was this
And
thick.
captured Doja her first Grammy for Best Pop Duo/
Look at how big SZA is compared to Doja. That's what I'm talking about. I like my girls big, homie. I like my girls thick. SZA probably like 5'6", 170 pounds. She got the same type of body my girl got. My girl is like 5'6" and some change, 170, just naturally thick like SZA. That's what I like. And Doja Cat got some nice legs. Look at them thighs on Doja. But she just has a smaller frame. She's just a smaller woman. You know what I mean? Me, I like the bigger, just naturally thicker women. That's because I'm a naturally thicker dude. You know what I mean? So I just like the thicker women. And SZA, golly. Golly. All right, let me stop.
But with all the success, she claims she didn't enjoy it.
I don't have any new music. I just have fun and like just jam and like make some shit. Like I haven't done that in maybe 5 years, feels like. Yeah, I made my album, put it out, but that's like a requirement. Like I have to make that. Like I had to make that album.
It's easy to understand musicians can experience burnout due to demanding schedules, late-night performances, long rehearsals, frequent travel, repetitive interviews. There is an intense pressure to consistently deliver high-quality performances, whether in live settings or in the studio. Her saying she had to make her album led people to believe there was drama with her and Dr. Luke. Maybe she felt a lack of control over her career. Her saying that she hasn't made music for fun led people to believe her label wanted her to make formulaic pop music so they can bring in millions. This pressure, combined combined with the
Well,
endless amount of
duh.
scrutiny and negativity online, having to constantly apologize for wrongdoings, likely made Doja feel like this whole music industry is smoke and mirrors. Her potential descent into madness was beginning. Are you drinking water? In March of 2020, Doja...
Actually, good reminder, cuz.
Are you drinking water? In March of 2020, Doja traveled to Paraguay for their annual Asuncionico festival, which was canceled upon arrival due to severe weather conditions which included flooding and thunderstorms. Doja's hotel location was leaked and fans, eager to see their favorite musician, piled up outside the hotel hoping for her to come out. Eventually, fans grew frustrated when Doja failed to acknowledge them, both in person and on social media. While fans aren't entitled to Doja's time outside of when she's scheduled to perform, her seemingly self-absorbed tweets the following day caused a justified uproar on social media. The next day, Doja checked out of her hotel and tweeted, "There was a storm in Paraguay, the show got cancelled. When I left the next morning, there wasn't one person outside the hotel waiting for me." After a flurry of backlash, she said, "I don't give a..." followed by, "They ain't for me, so I'm out. Y'all take care," before changing her Twitter name to "I quit." Her reaction to this situation that was totally out of her control either proves, one, she is legitimately sick and tired of the pressure of this industry,
Yeah.
or two, she is just a snobby, childish brat ungrateful for her career.
What? I hate when niggas act like people can't have bad days, cuz. She could have easily woke up on the wrong side of the bed that day. I hate when niggas act like celebrities and people in the public can't have bad days. You wake up some days and you just not feeling it, so you might have an attitude, you feel me? She could have easily just been having a bad day. I hate when niggas don't think, bro.
Doja's response to criticism has always been the same since day one. She would initially respond sarcastically, and when that response garnered more criticism, she'd finally take the situation seriously and issue a formal apology. However, the secondary apologies always felt insincere, since her genuine feelings toward the topic were always displayed during those initial responses, which brings us to our next controversy where she made a huge deal out of nothing. Doja DM'd Noah Schnapp, the 17-year-old star of Stranger Things, to get the attention of Joseph Quinn, another cast member who she'd been busting over on Twitter. Noah posted the DMs thinking it was a silly joke, only for Doja to get really angry about it.
That Noah did that. Like, went and posted a private conversation between me and him.
She took it wrong.
So unbelievably, like, socially unaware and whack. You know what I mean? Like, that's like borderline snake. That's like weasel.
That's facts,
it's not that deep. It's just that he's like a very dumb kid.
Doja assumed people would automatically take her side since Noah exposed their private messages. However, many people saw it as her trashing an innocent 17-year-old. What she said in the DMs was already public knowledge, and when Twitter users told her that she was overreacting to this small conflict, she played the victim and responded in an insincere, sarcastic tone. "Y'all are so cringe and lame, and nobody wants to hang with you. That's why y'all be on here unironically writing replies that makes you mad." Doja is clearly fed up with the negativity that comes with fame. Whether her controversies are self-inflicted or not, she was done with the expectations.
I would be too.
Done with apologies, done trying to appease anyone but herself.
Finally!
And now it was her turn to control the narrative. She started...
Finally. And I bet you she's way happier now how she's acting. Don't have to apologize for shit. Don't have to play the stupid game and, "Oh, I'm sorry. Nah, nigga, be yourself." You feel me? And now she's being herself and she ain't got to apologize to nobody. Doja, this is why I with Doja now, because I peeped this. You know what I mean?
Then she went on Instagram Live and shaved her eyebrows. During the live,
she don't give a
"I was never supposed to have hair anyway." Whenever
Doja don't give a nigga, I like that.
Assume that they have gone crazy.
Nah.
Especially after the world witnessed Britney Spears infamously shaved
She the only one.
Mental...
Look, she the only one that was having a mental breakdown. Look at her. She even look crazy right here. But the other ones is not a mental breakdown. It's an act of rebellion. They're tired of, "Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I always gotta look pretty. I always gotta say the right things." Nobody wanna do that shit. Nobody wanna do that shit. So they get tired of it. So they shave their head in the act of rebellion. But niggas can't think. Because everybody is such followers. So when niggas finally act on rebellion, everybody's like, because niggas can't think. Niggas can't think. So Doja Cat said, "You know what? I'm about to act on rebellion. I'm about to channel my rebel energy. I'm about to channel my dark satanic energy. And that's what she did. That's why I said Doja is tapped in. She on the same shit that I'm tapped in. We tired of listening to the rules. Fuck these rules, nigga. Fuck these rules. That's why I don't work a 9 to 5. That's why I live the way I live. I ain't never apologized for nothing I said online. And I never will. If I said that shit, I meant that shit. And if I was mad in that moment, I was mad in that moment. And I said that shit, nigga. You will never catch me apologizing. And I feel like that's where Doja's finally at. And that's why she's doing what she's doing. Niggas talking about it's a mental breakdown. It ain't no mental breakdown. Y'all niggas is just pussy. You ain't never been a rebel. Once you tap into your rebel, you'll see. That's all it is.
Breakdown in 2007, but when she attended Paris Fashion Week, people second-guessed her intentions. Doja collaborated with makeup artist Pat McGrath to create a strapless red dress while she was covered head to toe in 30,000 crimson red crystals.
That shit is fire!
It took almost 5 hours to complete, and while some people shrugged it off as just another crazy fashion choice for the sake of shock value, others made Illuminati conspiracy theories that she was imitating Lucifer, and this was nothing more than symbolism for the demonic realities of the entertainment industry. You could even say Doja's fashion antics are similar to the many stunts Lady Gaga pulled back in the early 2000s. Then again, they said that Gaga was in the Illuminati as well. Little did we know, putting together a creative or potentially shocking ensemble for Fashion Week became one of the least bizarre things Doja does. Doja announced that she planned on returning to her rap roots for her upcoming board.
I love Doja,
she wanted
nigga.
to diverge from the pink and soft things and pop and glittery sounds that defined her career up until now. Her song Attention piqued some interest in the rap world, but fans who become accustomed to Doja's pop records were expressing their disappointment on social media, leading to Doja tweeting, "My comment section on IG used to only be positivity because I was doing what everyone wanted me to do, and I love that I can see through all the bull."
Yeah.
She clarified that it wasn't anything personal, but was discontent cranking out digestible pop hits for children on Twitter to get into fights about.
Exactly.
She tweeted, "Planet Her and Hot Pink were cash grabs, and y'all fell for it. Now I can go disappear somewhere and touch grass with my loved ones on an island while y'all weep for mediocre pop."
Exactly,
People were feeling
Doja.
regret for having ever supported her music, but this is the most honest thing Doja has ever said.
Facts.
Most of the music you love is a highly formulaic, soulless product that is scientifically engineered for you to love it. Look at what it took for Doja to blow up, making the worst song possible to get attention. It is totally believable to think Doja just did whatever she could to make some money and be set for life. This is metaphorically what people refer to as selling their soul, but Doja was doing more than metaphors. She showed off a new tattoo of a scaled animal figure crossbred with female attributes.
You already
The photo went
know.
viral on social media, with many calling Doja's tattoo demonic. One
You
fan
already
expressed their concern,
know,
writing,
nigga.
"Used to love you, but you clearly sold your soul to the devil.
She didn't do that.
Unfollow." Doja replied, "Whatever helps you sleep at night."
Exactly.
She posted another tattoo, an antelope skull on her wrist. Then she would tattoo a bat skeleton on her back. The
What did I tell
allegations
you?
regarding her being indoctrinated into the Illuminati or
Not the Illuminati. Doja Cat joined a spiritual group. She's on the same trajectory as me. This is why now she's a rebel and she don't give a fuck. Doja Cat is fully tapped into who she is. No longer is she gonna be fake for everybody else. This is what I started doing in 2020, remember? Doja Cat has finally decided she not being fake for nobody. She don't give a fuck what the world thinks. She don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. When you tap into that level of consciousness, when you tap into that level of being, that energy within you, different things happen in your life. Notice, all right, I'm going to put you on game real quick. There's a few, I'll just use a few artists for an example. Lil Uzi, he's tapped in on the same shit I'm tapped in. Look at his symbolism. Playboy Cardi, he's tapped in on the same shit I'm tapped in. Look at his symbolism. Doja Cat, tapped in on the same shit I'm tapped in. Look at her symbolism. You know what I mean? It's certain symbolism because all of the symbolism has meaning. It has meaning. She didn't sell her soul to the devil, just like me. You guys know I'm spiritual. It ain't no selling your soul to the devil. It ain't no Illuminati. What it is when you tap into all of your energy, but you choose to go with the dark side, the darker aspects, because you go against what everybody else says. I'm dead ass, bro. When you go against what everybody else says, you tap into these darker energies because you're going against what everybody else says. And when you do that, certain things just happen in your life. I'm going to be real. Certain things happen in your life. And then certain symbolisms always show up in your life.
Practicing demonic worship only increased as time went on. Her Instagram became filled with cryptic messages and spooky videos to
Symbolism.
roll out her album. She posted very unflattering photos of herself. Her album was called Scarlet. She posted what people thought was the album cover, which consisted of her drenched in blood.
The Scarlet Woman. Shout out my baby Lilith.
With a stripped-down Freemason symbol. She also announced a multi-city tour, which people called a devil worship show. She posted videos of herself crawling in the shadows, photo shoots where she was drenched in blood, and selfies of blood dripping
Rebirth,
down her nose.
nigga.
She even posted a selfie wearing a shirt with an image of Sam Hyde, an infamous internet troll/comedian who often incorporates racist or anti-Semitic humor in his bits. The image of Hyde brandishing a rifle on Doja's t-shirt is a common meme on social media following mass shootings. Her song Paint the Town Red was her leaning more into this overtly demonic art style. The song topped the charts in 19 countries. It became Doja's second single and first as a solo artist to top the Billboard Hot 100. Paint the Town Red made history by becoming the first solo female rap song in Spotify history to top the platform's global and US top 50 charts and the fastest solo female rap song to amass 100 million streams. Turns out devil imagery is still an effective marketing strategy. If the signs weren't obvious enough though, Doja began teasing a promotional single titled Demons. In promotional photos uploaded to Instagram, Doja can be seen dressed up as a demon. The music video further cemented Doja's transformation from the quirky girl in a cow suit to something straight out of a horror film. Some people are praising Doja, that she is finally being herself.
Yeah.
She's finally free of all the expectations of the music industry and doesn't have to live up to unattainable beauty standards.
Facts.
Some people think what Doja is doing here is mocking the people who think an artist has to sell their soul to make it into the industry. You have to remember she is an expert internet troll, crawling out from the deepest depths of 4chan. She knows all of this imagery will cause controversy. She knows she will get news coverage and have outraged parents calling for her music and concerts to be banned. She knows there will be conspiracy theories regardless. So she could be ironically presenting herself as a devil worshipper to make people think she has gone insane. Is this an extremely corny and overused art style for artists? Yes. Is it actually an Illuminati psyop? Maybe. Did it work? Not really. Doja's fourth studio album Scarlet debuted at number 4 on the Hot 200. In comparison, Planet Her debuted at number 2 and sold 109,000 units. Despite being on track to be the highest selling female pop star in the world, Doja potentially scared her audience away.
This was a good video. I gave my reaction throughout. Y'all see where I'm coming from with it, but that's because I live a different type of life and I know different type of shit that y'all don't. So with me having a certain type of knowledge, I see what's going on from the imagery and everything. I see what she's doing. Other people see what she's doing as well. That's why even like Patrick CC said, certain people will leave comments and say, "Oh, Doja Cat decided to fully be herself. She doesn't care about your beauty standards. She don't care about appeasing anybody anymore and pleasing everybody." No, Doja Cat don't give a fuck. And that's the truth. Because that's how we're all supposed to live. You're not supposed to walk on eggshells. This is your life, nigga. Why you gotta walk on eggshells? Fuck that. Fuck you. I ain't walking on eggshells, nigga. This is me. You don't like me? I don't give a fuck, nigga. Get off my channel, nigga. You feel me? And y'all know, I have the same attitude that Doja has with her music. I have that same attitude on my channel. Give a fuck what niggas talking about. Niggas come over here. "Oh, Brandon, you became so weird." I respond to them. Say, "I don't give a fuck, nigga. Get out of here then. Ass nigga, I don't give a fuck." "Oh, Brandon, you became so aggressive." Nigga, suck my dick. Anyway, great video. Shout out to the motherfucking gang. See y'all next time. Peace.